Rushabh Shah. Good. Echoes beyond the room. Echoes beyond the room. President Toastmaster Rushabh Shah.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. This would be pretty much more than a year after which I'm coming on the stage to deliver a speech. So I'm feeling nervous again, although I'm delivering a level 4 speech. And especially after getting a slot after our contest winner, Toastmaster Mary Jo, I'm giving a next speech, so that's another pressure. But anyways, my speech is going to be very simple and very strange as well, because being a president, I'm talking about what VPPR should be doing. So, yeah, I hope my all feedbacks and suggestions are taken positively. Now, as we can see, the title of my speech is about echoing beyond this room. So, all I'm talking about is how we can echo our voice, our presence, our image of the club beyond this room and spread across the world. So it's all about public relationship strategies, which I would like to present through my presentation. Now, quick question. Anyone who is working in the field of PR here by any chance? Good. Even I'm not. So just to understand, since as a layman, since no one is working on field of PR, anyone can try to answer what is the difference between marketing and public relationship?
Managing how you're perceived
Is
not necessarily to sell or to develop business.
well said, Toastmaster Shobha. So I think the focus is not about selling our product or service, but focus about how we are perceived in front of the world. That's what the entire story is all about for PR. So when we say that through PR, what are we going to do is we create, we promote, and we then enhance or maintain our, the brand image. So generally, of course, for PR activity, it would be all about what our audience is. That would be ideally, we can easily classify between internal and external audience. And at the same point of time, what kind of messages we want to release through our PR initiatives. So some of the prime examples I can talk about is how we post something through social medias, websites, how we release some of the frequent messages, and what kind of events we can hold as a campaign. So moving on, again, what I can talk about is there are certain purposes which we should highlight. And very fundamental purpose which I can talk about for PR activities, three purposes. One, if we don't have a brand image, okay, that means there is no existing perception about our club, we create one. Number two, if there is an image, we work towards enhancing and making it more glorified, make everyone aware. And number three, if by any chance we have a negative perception or brand image, we try to fix it, we correct it, and make it towards positive. So of course, I can proudly say that a club like Emirates Toastmaster Club, which is 21 years old already and very renowned in this town, definitely we are in point number 1, where we already have positive vibes. We just have to glorify it further to make it better. Now, I've tried to define certain objectives for our club when we talk about PR campaigns. Identifying whys is very important, right? When we talk about why do we do something in our life, if we don't understand or we don't ask that and figure out, we will eventually wander around without a purpose. So, couple of whys which I would like to highlight is, one, to amplify our presence in the community. Toastmasters, of course, we have our club in Dubai. That same way we have multiple other clubs within this area, and there are hundreds of clubs across this region, right? So that way our club's present, we would like to amplify and make it much more visible to everyone. Other one which I can say is that, okay, club always looks for the growth in terms of memberships of our club. So our VP membership always works very hard to get new members join our club. And when we do certain sort of PR activities, it will definitely make her work much more fruitful. And the other one which I can say is create opportunity for our club members to maybe take some initiative, contribute towards this kind of exercise and learn through that activity as well. Now, as I was talking about audience, so we can define our audience into a certain category. There would be internal as well as external audience which we can talk about. And of course, some of the first two which I have highlighted here are more of an external audience we can focus on when we say that there are professionals who are already established in their career, they want to do a networking with similar people, or there are young professionals who are just coming out of their education and starting their career and they want to maybe enhance their skill. At the same point of time, we have existing Toastmasters members who would like to know about our club. So through PR activities, of course, we will make them aware of our club's presence. Now, what kind of key messages we would like to highlight here or share with our audience? So as I was highlighting before, it is very important to know what we are doing, why we are doing, how we are doing. And when we say we plan everything clearly, we have to be very clear what kind of messages we will deliver. If someone is talking about our brand image for the club, what kind of message is perceived and what kind of communication we are doing. So that way, of course, one of the important message which I personally would like to highlight is how we are empowering all individuals who become members to our club or who come and attend as a guest as well, how we enhance their skills, especially leadership and communication skills, which entire Toastmasters journey is all about. At the same point of time, we would also like to enhance the knowledge of how the success stories of our club members has been. So when we say that, okay, if someone is becoming a contest winner at club level or area level, or it is moving forward, that becomes one of the message or the information we would like to release around, and that's part of our PR activities as well. Now, next comes tactics and execution. So when we talk about tactics, what kind of methods or what kind of game plan we want to follow? And here we can say there are two major segment or categories I would like to highlight. One would be the digital presence. When we say digital presence, again within that I have noted few simple suggestions. I'm sure some of the points are already followed by our club. We are pretty much active on digital presence side, but in terms of highlighting some of the pointers, what I have mentioned is how we can showcase the testimonies or meeting highlights or upcoming events information on a timely and regular basis. So when we do this consistently, that will really give us an edge about our branding. Same way we talk about some of the other content, like it can be education session which senior members who are distinguished Toastmaster level, who have already finished 2 pathways, TTM Alvin. So those members can provide educational talks and we can release those kind of content on our social media. And of course now we are living in a world of digital media since long. So YouTube, Instagram, Meetup, LinkedIn and Facebook, these are the media we are already present on, and we would like to consistently release our messages or content for everyone. And of course, small technique like using hashtags on a right social media will help us to make ourselves more visible. At the same point of time, there is something called website optimization, which I learned about, and I would like to highlight is that when we have a website, and of course our club has a website, in the past we have noticed that the website was not very frequently updated for the right information. It was carrying some of the information which was very outdated. Maybe photos were not new and fresh enough. So those are the information we should try to revamp our website on a regular basis. So when we see that our website has much more good presence in the digital media, it will be easy for people to connect with us. So something like, say for example, when our club is conducting meetings, so it has to be very clearly visible to anyone who is accessing our website to know about our club, the history or the current information about meetings, when it is happening, where it is happening. So those things should be focused on. At the same point of time, now the second segment of tactics which I can highlight is community engagement. So here also there are two segments I would like to mention. One would be kind of we will maintain our activities towards workshops or events. So when we say certain events, one of the good events we are working towards is having a corporate tie-up and doing a speechcraft event where we attend at least 8 to 10 days of education program for a corporate team, and we share our knowledge and help them to improve certain set of skills which they are aiming for. Same way there could be spatial theme meetings which we always conduct. We should conduct regular basis and highlight this kind of information through our social media, and also conducting open houses. I think in this year we have done once. Ideally it would be better we can do it again in next couple of months time, so it will always allow more newcomers to attend our club's meeting and get to know about how we are growing on our learnings. And of course something which I am kind of borrowing from some of the ExCom members or deputy members who have suggested as PR activity plan. So Sufyan, who is not around today, but deputy VPM, he had mentioned that how our club can do certain type of activities which will make everyone come together and enjoy outside the club meeting as well. So having like maybe a badminton tournament or Dubai run or maybe beach walk, especially when it is not summer. So those kind of activities, sports event, he advised, and I completely agree with him. I personally would like to highlight that we can really take care of this kind of initiatives. Some of the new members are definitely keen to join into this initiative and make it work. On the other side, of course, we also have public interaction where another initiative we could implement is like having a very short video. Maybe we go to, as a small team, we go to a park and we just maybe contact any of the strangers who are walking around, coming for a walk in the park, and we just ask them a simple question like, how do you feel about a challenge of public speaking? What kind of experience you have already gone through, and what are you doing about improving your public speaking skills? So that kind of small videos which we can capture and invite them to attend as a guest as well. Of course, we can also do impromptu table topics round, which we'll be doing after our project speeches today as well, and social gatherings. So one of the initiatives as Toastmaster Mary Jo, she planned, there was a dinner event which I think was attended by more than 10 people, but this was open for guests as well, and this will help us to become aware of how guests want to interact with us and what kind of feedback they share for our club meetings. So these are the areas where I can highlight our PR strategies we can implement. And now coming back to more number game, I would say. So in terms of timeline of 3 months which is left for this term, I would like to highlight some of the numbers where we can put across our efforts and make this happen. The entire PR strategy can be very fruitful if we really go step by step and implement each of the sections. So some of the things we can easily achieve, like say for example, social media campaigns. So members' testimonials, the idea is to have a small quick video interaction with them. I think Toastmaster Karan also has been recommending similar activity to me, and that's why I picked up that point. Meeting highlights which we always release, RVP PR always puts across the highlights of the meeting every time, and that's what we should continue to do. So those 7 means we have 7 meetings left in this term, and that's why I put 7 over there. Timely updates about our upcoming events, education talks with DTM, that is something if we can achieve once a month, which is definitely doable. Same way, workshop and event, we can do speechcraft. We are working towards making this happen. Hopefully we'll work it out very soon. Thanks to Toastmaster Heather. Theme meetings, of course, again, we can pick a very interesting and fun theme which can make our meeting much more enjoyable. So I think alternate meetings we can plan with a theme. Like today's theme was more of a speakathon, having 7 speakers in a row. Open house, again, as I mentioned, it will help more people to come to us and attend our meeting together and get to know about our Toastmaster journey. Sports event, we can plan at least one before the summer really kicks in strong enough. And public interaction, some of the other suggested numbers which I am putting across to see that whether we can really do this kind of efforts and make this happen of short interviews. Even our deputy VPPR Nachiket is very good at digital content, and he is also answered to support us for this kind of work. And of course, when we talk about what is the kind of target I'm trying to suggest, how do we measure how much we have really achieved in terms of our efforts? How do we quantify? So some of the key matrices which I have put across, which are quantifiable: number of new members joining our club. That is number one. Of course, we know that we have grown this year quite well. We started with 30 members. Last week when I checked, we are already at 41 right now. So that's a good growth, and I'm sure in next 3 months we will grow further. Same way, social media engagement, how many shares, likes and followers and everything is observed. There is something called data analytics, which Toastmaster Karan and even Sufyan had highlighted to me that how it can be observed and can be used to enhance our PR activities. In same way, attendance at the events, how many people or how many guests are attending each meeting. If we observe and we try to understand how we are progressing on our efforts, whether we are really making efforts in the right direction or not. And press coverage, any of the social media coverage when we are releasing, on an average, how many events, how many coverage we are doing. Apart from quantifiable, one point I would like to highlight is how we have to also look at quality aspect of our efforts and results. So when we say how we can capture the perception of our efforts is that we seek feedback from members and guests, all the people who are sharing their valuable feedback. It will help us to understand how our PR activities is really achieving results. So all in all, I would say let's put our best foot forward and echo our voice outside this room. Any feedback and questions, welcome, based on the time available. The time was 8 to 10 minutes. Okay. So we are already done. Thank you. Over to you.